It is Saturday the Easter, yes, Easter Saturday. Religious events still give people holidays. People like it. Yes. Some days, anyway. Sometimes, some night I have written. I often wake up in the middle of the night and then I have a notebook by my bedside and then I write down what I'm thinking. And sometime a few days ago, perhaps, I don't quite remember, I've written that hope is a stupid and irrational thing when nothing is left in these cold and cruel April days. It sticks its head up and points at you, demanding attention. In the early sleepless hours of morning, when the full moon shines through the window straight to your eyes, it is not disturbing. No, it is lovely. It is a rare coincidence. The beautiful full moon in April. The beautiful full moon, yes. April is the most cruel of all months. And why is it? Because the snow is melting and it uncovers everything it has so far hidden. And here we are, the stray toys of this world, howling our own hope for the moon. Irrational yet so true and beautiful. Days pass by. Life is a dream. Oh, yes. Yes, it was funny, full moon shining straight to my face through a little window. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen it there, in that window. Yeah, well, these talks were supposed to concern the other chambers. So far, I have been speaking about the boy Jussi and his inborn need to establish his relationship with the death of his mother. Maybe more his relationship to the aggressive way of dealing with this world and things. Somehow it's funny. When I was young, this country had a way of silent aggression. Maybe it was still some afterwaves of the war. At least I remember in the beginning of the 60s, my own father, he never spoke a word of German after the war. And he spoke German very fluently. His mother, my grandmother, was originally from Germany. Elizabeth Lentz. Yes, he never spoke a word of German or with a German person. I think after all, Easter is quite a good time to reminisce this kind of things. The passion and the pain. Passion, it's remarkable that in many languages the word passion means both kind of obsessive love and pain, intense pain and suffering. It includes them both. In Finnish language there is no word for this same meaning. There's the translation into Himo, but it's not like that. It doesn't mean. The meaning is quite different than with the passion. What is the meaning of life? Is it only suffering, or is there something else? Maybe. Well, even Beethoven had his last symphony. Was it last symphony tonight? Song of Joy. But perhaps it is just in the end that there is some joy. Yet I don't believe that everything we do and think and build in both in our minds and otherwise should be done with pain and yes, passion, of course, yes, but not with suffering. With a kind of determination and work, simple thinking and work. Not so much emotions involved at that stake. Emotions should be involved when we place our goals, dream them and set them and plan for them. Then that's where emotions are very necessary. But when we do our everyday work, it should not be emotionally involving, at least not much. It should be just work, everyday work. And I don't like competition. In a way, I don't like aggression either. In a way, that's a principle. Because I don't think that really, if you want to make something really well, there's no room for competition. Competition is a destructive way of doing things. And there's a place for everyone. I mean, everyone can do something, and this world is so full of all kinds of things that need doing. Competition is, it's often, if you are a winner, it leaves you with only lesser wins, lesser life. Once on top, it's dreary way down. And if you are a loser, you don't even want to participate. And I remember when I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, and we had at school skiing competitions. Yes. Oh, I was always the last. I I did ski every day. I was pretty good. I did ski some 10 kilometers or 10 miles. Anyway, every day on the ice or in the islands. And yet when I had to compete against the others, I just sabotaged it. Anarchistic nature. I didn't want to compete. I didn't want to win. It's stupid. Winners are idiots. Sorry. Yeah. Well, that's how I think. It's been raining some snow yesterday, but it's not so bad. It's a nice, beautiful, sunny day. And where were I? Oh, where was I? About the chambers, yes, and Jussi, and his aggression, yes. And yes, we had a very aggressive society and silent. It was like, Perkele! And there are some traits of that culture still existing in our society. Yeah, for example, our ex-Prime Minister Paavo Lipponen was that kind of a man. Shut up. Women are, they know nothing. They have to be shown. And he was a kind of a man to things in order. But in the last presidential election, he got only a few percent of the votes. So maybe that shows the general opinion of people also in this country. And civilized country, maybe, I don't know, I haven't much met this new culture. But for boys like Jussi, it's he's developing, and he is still how should I put it? He doesn't want to use the aggression, but that's required in some ways, as well as taking risks. Life can't be so certain that nothing ever happens. You have to be able to make conclusions and take risks. That's something I agree to, because I have taken risks, and well, sometimes I won and sometimes I lost. At the moment I think I'm losing quite heavily. Yes. Oh, well. Oh, him, and then there's this dilemma of thinking and life, the theoretic way and then the way of flesh and blood. A human being is whole, and to be whole you need both the thinking and the flesh and blood. Your thinking cannot exist without your body. Your body can't exist without your thinking. And how much weight there is on each side depends how life requires you to act. For example, when you have when and if you have children, you have to be more flesh and blood than thinking. You have to be intuitive and let things go, and trust that you are right in your actions and emotions and dealings with the kids. You have to be honest to yourself. Honest, yes. And but it's also quite a self-deception to think that that would be enough to get money, take care of things and kids and stuff. consume, have a nice car and have a nice house, and but it's not. It's just the background of your life. It's not life itself you deal with when you live somewhere and have a car. And, no, it's somehow very void, empty. And then there is the matter of carnal knowledge. For Jussi, it's the girl. He's falling in love, Emma. He's thinking whether he can fall in love. He's somehow still resisting. Very. He connects the emotional attachment with violence through the death of his mother. And he's afraid of it, naturally. So he has been concentrating in his studies and in his work and in the abstract thinking side of life. And then he meets Emma and he learns still. And yes, you can resist falling in love. You just turn away. But he has also an inner need to live. It doesn't satisfy him, the mere work and thinking and that kind of. He needs to live and to go on living and falling in love and having. He has to make a certain difference between passion and love. Passion is obsessive and often violent. Passion was something that was between Oona and Markus, not necessarily something that's going to be with Jussi and Emma. They are completely different kind of people. Oona was a very independent and passionate woman. She was always thriving for perfection and for something new. And Markus was a very kind of military in his thinking, exact and craving for obedience and smoothly working machines. Where the young ones, Emma is more like cantabile. If Oona was a passion, Emma is lighter and more with more variations in her emotions. And Jussi is he's an explorer. He wants to look inside things. And so when these associations, these visions, a couple of them in the daytime, just before this nightly occurrence, where he sees, associates some words Emma speaks and a certain kind of colors and lights and maybe smells on the street. He associates them with some moments he experienced with Oona in his childhood, and that kind of connection then produces this question of violence that wakes him up in the night. Oh no, it doesn't wake him up, it just kind of creates the third association. That's not from reality, but his own thinking. And it bothers him. It makes him ask about the quality of Anna's relations and feelings. Whether it was her fault, whether it was Marcus. Was Marcus provoked, or was it his need to control and own? Maybe these questions are not so clearly formulated in Jussi's mind, but these are the questions that make him go on this exploration. And Emma likes him. Maybe she's not quite in love. Maybe she is in love. It's a hard thing to say when. But anyway, she is with him.